we're in the home health wagon here. I like driving the truck around because I can get anywhere, anytime I want to. Some people prefer the gas mileage. I go on the opposite end of the spectrum, and we just enjoy driving the truck. So thankfully, most of my patients are local today, and so I don't have to go too far, but there's one problem. It's Michigan, and there's some snow on the ground, so before I get too far, I'm gonna take care of that snow in the driveway so I don't turn that into ice. Look, I'm all about doing some physical therapy and all of that today, but let's be real, I need some coffee in my life immediately, so we're gonna go get some coffee and then we'll talk about home health physical therapy. Cheers. No, home health is not always about coffee. Yes, it is. Actually, it is about coffee. Anytime you can get coffee, stop and get coffee. That's important. What's not fun is waking up and having both of your patients cancel in the morning, because if you're not seeing anybody, you're not getting paid, and so that's the frustrating part about home health. So one of the reasons I chose to do home health physical therapy on the side was because of the flexibility it gives you and the increased pay, and so it was worth it for me to do home health on the side as I started to grow PT Progress, because I needed the flexibility to write during the day, write during the week, to manage the blog, the website, and to start producing and editing more videos. And so that was important to me. For you, it might be that you need to have more time with your family, or use it as a supplement to a clinic job. Whatever it is, home health does give you that flexibility. You manage your own schedule, which is nice, but also it could be a little bit challenging, because if you absolutely need this as a full-time income, you're going to be challenged with managing that schedule, patients canceling just like they would in the outpatient clinic, and so you have to be adaptable. The second thing that was attractive for me as a home health physical therapist was a bump in pay, because it is true, you make more money in home health. On average, that might be about $65 per visit. Now, evaluations are going to be a little bit more. You might be talking about $90 per visit in some cases. A typical follow-up visit might be $55 to $60 for that visit. On average, though, for the week, if I'm doing a few evaluations and mostly revisits or follow-up visits, then I probably average about $65 per visit. Now, you can multiply that out and figure out how much you need to live on. Maybe you do need $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to live on, and that's totally accessible with home health. Maybe you're looking to earn a little bit more, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 with home health. If they have the patient volume, you can expect to earn that much if you're willing to work and put the effort in to see 5 to 7 patients a day and to stack your schedule full of evaluations. Now, if that's what your goal is and that's what you want, it's totally possible with home health, even as a new grad. So I would encourage you to figure out what you want. If you're wanting flexibility, if you need more time to spend with your family to build another business, home health can be a really great resource. If you need more cash to pay off some student loans quicker, and you're willing to see patients from 8 a.m. to 5, 6 p.m. as a home health therapist, that option's available too, and you'll make a lot more money. You'll probably earn $90,000 to $100,000 a year doing that. You might burn yourself out, but it's available to you. So I'm not recommending one way or the other, because everyone's a little bit different, but just know that home health has that option that you can be flexible with your schedule, but you still have some of the nuances like patient cancellations, fitting people into small slots, or traffic and getting to your appointment on time. So those little things can be a little bit of a headache. Of course, documentation at the end of the day is a real thing, especially if you've packed your day so full of patients and you're driving from one place to the other and you can't get your note done right away. You'll probably end up doing some documentation on your own at home. And so all those things to consider when thinking about becoming a home health physical therapist, but it does give you that flexibility and increased pay, which a lot of therapists are looking for right now. All right, it's about 11:30, and I've been running around a little bit this morning, getting some coffee, talking to you, and I figured I better get to the bank and run to the hardware store, because I gotta pick up a few things. And yes, this is a real day in the life of a home health physical therapist, because I don't have patients right now. But the good thing is, I can run around and do my errands. It's 11:30 in the morning, and I'm running around to the bank, running around to the store, because I don't have to be in the clinic, which I love right now, and it gives me the flexibility that I need. Maybe you need this type of flexibility. I hope that you can get it one day. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, Tim, are you going to actually see any patients today? I mean, I do have some patients scheduled at 4 o'clock, and so I really don't have anything to do this morning. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I love home health, because I can do this video, see? maybe when we're driving around we can find some people who need some home health therapy. A lot of people out here shoveling snow. Maybe if I just walk around, see if someone hurt their shoulder, maybe some rotator cuffs, back pain, do some home health therapy real quick. Worth a shot. Hey, do you need any home health therapy? Okay, let's talk real quick about when you have a brand new patient and you've got to figure out where they live, what time they want to have physical therapy, and all that good stuff. So the patient comes through to my tablet, or they send an email and say, hey, can you see this patient in your area? And I say, sure. So I'll usually give them a call and say, hey, this is Tim, the physical therapist for home health, and I just want to give you a call to see what time today works better. I have a 2 o'clock or a 4 o'clock today. We can do your physical therapy. And I usually pose it like that because it's a subtle negotiation tactic that when you give them two options, they have a lesser chance of choosing the third option, which is, well, I don't really feel like it today. Can I do it tomorrow? You see, if you just pose that question and say, hey, is today a good day for physical therapy? You're giving them that option to say no. I don't want them to say no for physical therapy today. I need to see them for the evaluation. So I give them a couple of options. I say, is 2 o'clock better or 4 o'clock better? So a home health physical therapist, I break it down into 3 parts. No, 4 parts. First part is coffee. Lots of coffee. Get you moving throughout the day. Take a little break throughout your busy day. Get some coffee. Second part, check your tablet to see what kind of patients you have for the day. Some of them are going to be repeat patients. Some of them might be new. You might have some space open to take a new evaluation. So that would be the next part of your day, structuring it. The third part is, of course, going out and seeing the patients and getting your appointments hopefully as close as they can be so you can be efficient. And that last and final part is getting your note finished. So depending on how many patients you have for the day, you might spend another 15 minutes. You might spend an entire hour getting your documentation completed. So that's the quick take on the flow of your day. You get your patients, you go see them, and then you get the notes done. And of course, you control your schedule. And so for the most part, if you want to be home early, you can be home early. If you want to start your day later, you can start your day later. It's really nice that way. So as long as you're meeting the standards for seeing enough patients or getting enough visits in to your schedule, you shouldn't have any problems with setting your own schedule, and you should be able to get home at a reasonable hour. Well, believe it or not, I did see a couple patients today. I had 3 on the schedule. I only saw 2. One of them had to reschedule, and it started pretty late in the day. I had my first patient at 3:30 and the second patient shortly after, about 4:15, and just wrapped up around 5 o'clock. And so I spent a little extra time with them. Typically I would spend between 30 and 45 minutes for a follow-up patient like that, and I'm just coming home and I'm gonna finish the notes. So it might take me maybe 10 minutes each note max. It depends on how much I've completed throughout the visit, but most of the time within 10 minutes I can get that note finished. If it's an evaluation, it may take a little bit longer. It takes about an hour to fully complete an eval, especially if you didn't get very much within the visit. All right, so that pretty much ends the day. I'm gonna take the next 15-20 minutes to do the documentation. I think that was the hardest part, getting used to home health in understanding the documentation system, and to become more efficient with typing your notes for the day, with the daily notes or reassessments or evaluations. And that's one of the reasons why I put together the therapy documentation templates, especially for new folks or new PTs who are wanting to get into home health. The documentation is a big barrier for a lot of people, and wrapping your head around that can be so much quicker with the documentation templates. I think that they're really helpful. So take a look at PT Progress for those. Otherwise, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and like it below. If you want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Trying to find the patient. Hey, do you need any home health physical therapy? Like I don't have any patients right now.